Hi, I am Susan Teedy, the author of 11 books on foot zoning, anatomy and physiology, and health and wellness. I consider it a great privilege to hold someone's feet in my hands and see and feel the perfection inside of them. Each session is experiencing a piece of heaven for me as I help people attain greater health in their mind, body, and spirit. I am grateful for the little and big miracles that I experience because of this beautiful gift that we have been given. I am super excited to share this zone with you and teach you these basic skills. I've asked Michelle to help me with this recording and share her expertise and insight with you. Would you please tell us a little bit about yourself, Michelle?
Yeah, my name is Michelle Garfield, and I grew up in a home with a lot of alternative health practices, and I just really loved being that health was in our control. And I've loved carrying that on by learning foot zoning. And I've been zoning for 3 years. And now that I have children of my own and my own family to take care of, it's been a wonderful tool to help me improve the health of me and my family's lives.
So what is foot zoning? Foot zoning is a wonderful method for assisting the body to heal itself. The foot zone practitioner triggers energy signals in the feet to help the body remember its inherent divine nature and design, which we call the perfect blueprint. When given correct information, it is amazing what our bodies are capable of doing. Foot zone practitioners use specific techniques to activate energy signals in the feet that correspond to different parts of the body. Foot zoning uses these signals and triggers points to access the body like a keyboard accesses a computer. The foot zone practitioner uses the feet or keyboard to access the body or the computer to run diagnostic or systems checks to bring the body systems into balance and homeostasis. In every foot zoning session, we follow a detailed map of these energy signals to ensure that all parts of the body are reached every time. Additionally, this triggering procedure is done in a specific order each time to get the most benefit from every zone. This holistic approach to health recognizes that all body's parts, organs, and systems work together and function as a whole. Triggering all of these signals in one sitting helps all of the body systems communicate more effectively and in healthy balance with one another. This translates into increased health for the body. The benefits of receiving foot zones are amazing. Regular foot zone tune-ups not only help to increase physical health, but also help to release emotional disturbances and bring clarity to mind and spirit. Who would have thought that so much information and capacity is found in our feet? Foot zoners are able to fill the imbalances and correct energy disturbances for the entire body using this magnificent system that God has created in each of us. Another way to look at it is to compare foot zoning to a switch that is used to turn on a flashlight. When we trigger the signals in the feet, it ignites our innate ability to heal. Recently, there has been increasing interest in alternative methods of healing. Many people are seeking ways to enjoy better health without taking medications and drugs. We are discovering new ways and relearning old ones that nature has provided for us to take control of our own health and well-being. Our bodies are amazing in the way that they have been programmed from the beginning to heal themselves. Foot zoning is a wonderful way to give our bodies the direction they need to begin this natural process. Foot zoning uses the signal system in the feet to balance, rejuvenate, restore, and connect the spiritual, physical, emotional, and mental components of health. It works through the body's different energy systems. These energetic signals are inside and outside of the body. Foot zoning allows us to reach signals that are connecting links between our physical and spiritual bodies, our thoughts, and our emotions. These components do not work independently, but complement and support each other. It stands to reason that effective healing treatments are accomplished using these same interrelationships. Each of us carries a blueprint of who we truly are in our perfect state of being. This blueprint is held by the Spirit. Zoning allows us to access this blueprint and bring these 4 components of health into balance. Foot zoning is also a great way to balance yin and yang energies, the chakras, meridians, and 8 flow of the body. This allows us to connect to a higher power and feel more peace in our lives. This is a simple yet life-changing process. The human body is amazing. The physical body was programmed at creation to restore and renew itself. This gift is inherent in each individual. Zoning connects us to our perfect blueprint, allowing faster and greater healing to occur. There is a signal in the feet correlating to every part of the body. Over time, these signals have been mapped out in great detail. In a foot zoning session, we follow these maps and use specific techniques to access and trigger each of these signals in a particular order. While zoning, we can often tell if there is a blockage or imbalance in the body by the way a signal looks and feels. Triggering these signals sends information to the body to let go of blocked energy, to connect to the divine blueprint within, and to begin healing itself. We zone every organ and system of the body by itself and in relation to each other. During a zoning session, we often discover disturbances within a body part caused by negative emotions trapped there. Zoning allows for the release of these emotions, leaving the body free to rebalance and heal. Recent studies show that DNA in the body is greatly influenced by our thoughts and emotions. Much research has been conducted on how our feelings and emotions affect our physical health and well-being. Negative emotions trapped in our energy systems create energetic imbalances that lead to physical health problems. As we are open to it, zoning increases awareness of specific trapped emotions underlying the disturbances in the body. As these feelings are released, the energy systems are unblocked and reconnect. With unblocked and connected energy channels, we view our issues from a more healthy perspective and with greater clarity. This allows us to begin healing emotionally, directly contributing to our physical well-being. In conjunction with emotional issues, there are also mental processes to consider. The way we think about things greatly influences our health and happiness. Foot zoning can be of great benefit here as well. In the Bible, we are taught, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he." That is found in Proverbs 23:7. Foot zoning can increase awareness of any persistent thoughts detrimental to health and happiness, and then help to clean up the thought programs responsible for keeping them there. We carry with us a mental record of everything we have seen, thought, or heard in our lifetime. Some of these things can cause disturbances within us. Foot zoning can help to set us free from the distress they may have caused. It is important to do the entire zone in every foot zone session so that the entire body is treated. As all of the body systems and organs make up one interactive organism, it is necessary to do the zone in its entirety in order to ensure that every system and organ is properly functioning in relation to all the other systems and organs. Let's stop here and review for just a minute. What are the 4 components of a healthy state of being?
So the 4 components of a healthy state of being are: first, spiritual, which is just we each have a spirit or soul that needs to be nourished, and it needs to be connected with whatever the higher power is that we believe in. So it's important to address that area of health. The second one is physical health, or physical component, and that's what we generally think of with health. The third one is the emotional component, which has to do with our feelings and emotions, especially those emotions that get trapped or that we don't let ourselves experience and then let them go. And then last is the mental component, which has to do with the way that we think and kind of our attitude even. and just the way that we live our lives. I mean, all four of those areas of health are super important to having an overall healthy well-being and being happy and feeling good.
Thank you, Michelle. And hopefully each of you, as we went through this, remembered these things as we talked about them and can see how important each of these is to our health, that we address all of these issues in order to get an overall sense of well-being. Have you ever thought about how much we are exposed to that contributes to ill health and problems in our bodies? There are so many things out there, and we are assaulted by at least some of these on a daily basis. Everyone has accidents and injuries at least occasionally. Wouldn't it be nice to heal quickly when these things happen? Other culprits to our health include exposure to disease-causing agents such as virus and bacteria. The things we eat can cause us physical problems. Staying away from boxed, canned, and processed food while eating whole live foods instead can greatly increase health and vitality. Pesticides are routinely sprayed on the foods we eat, so we end up eating them as well. Antibiotics and hormones are fed to the animals we eat. We ingest them right along with the meat and fat. Drinking proper amounts of pure, clean water can be difficult when using our chlorinated water systems, many of which also contain chemical waste byproducts. We are exposed to an enormous amount of harmful chemicals, which can become overwhelming to our body. They are in the medications we take, the soaps and lotions we use, the detergents we wash our clothes in, the foods we eat, the air we breathe, and the ground we walk on. We may also be overexposed to heavy metals, which can have a detrimental effect on our overall health. Heavy metal poisoning may occur as a result of industrial exposure, breathing in polluted air, or drinking polluted water. Heavy metals are also found in some medications and in improperly coated food containers. Even eating some foods, such as fish contaminated with mercury, may poison us unaware. Specific traumatic experiences can affect our well-being, along with ever-increasing amounts of general stress in the normal modern lifestyle. Harboring negative feelings is very detrimental to our emotional and physical health. Having a way to release these negative emotions and open the door to positive influences in our lives is important to a healthy lifestyle. There are many benefits that come from foot zoning. With everything in our environment and even within our thoughts that can negatively affect us, it is helpful to have a tool to provide the body with the opportunity to connect to the original perfect blueprint. When the body is communicating with this blueprint, the cells, organs, and systems of the body can more easily be rid of these negative effects. This directly increases the body's ability to renew and rejuvenate itself. When the body systems are working well, we enjoy greater health and vitality. Foot zoning sends signals to the structural system to promote stronger bones and muscles and more mobile joints. It triggers signals in the endocrine system that supports and balances hormone production, along with renewing energy in the reproductive organs. It encourages a healthy digestive system and a stronger respiratory and urinary system, allowing for better use of oxygen and nutrition, while more effectively removing waste. It supports a stronger immune response and the release of toxins by triggering signals within the lymphatic system. Zoning increases blood circulation, which in turn increases nutritive uptake by body cells. Finally, zoning signals the body to rejuvenate the nervous system. The following are several benefits received from getting regular foot zones. First, the balancing of the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual components of health increases an overall sense of well-being. After a zone treatment, many report a release of stress and tension and a feeling of overall harmony. Zoning has been found to make the body more alkaline, which aids in better health and the prevention of disease. When the body is tuned up, we have a stronger immune response and are able to enjoy enduring health. We are also able to regain our health more quickly after an illness and generally increase our quality of life. I don't know how many times I have been super grateful that I know foot zoning, because I have felt myself starting to get sick and I have picked up my feet and zoned them, and oftentimes it has just been a basic zone, and it has helped me to stop whatever was trying to get a hold of my body and get my health back really fast. Accidents and injuries are a part of life, and zoning can help in recovery. Many people who have been zoned following an injury report that they have recovered quicker and more completely than they have with previous injuries.
I was visiting up in Utah and I went sledding down a hill thinking that I was plenty young enough to still do that. And me and my husband were in the sled together and we crashed. And I thought I broke my nose at first and my hand was all scraped up because I forgot to wear gloves. And then the pain went away and I was okay. But then that night, it was New Year's Eve, so we were up, really late partying. And I was holding my daughter and my arm just killed. Like, it hurt so bad and I didn't understand why it was hurting me so bad. And finally I realized that that was the hand that I had scraped when I was sledding, so I probably had really messed up my arm and shoulder when I had crashed. The pain just barely set in later on. So the next morning I was visiting my mom and I begged her to zone me. I didn't have time for her to do a whole zone, but I asked her to just really work on my arm. And she did, and did a few other little things. And then that night we were flying home and I realized that I was able to haul our luggage and put my daughter in the car and drive home just fine, and that my arm didn't bother me anymore. The pain went away that fast, and it hurt so bad the night before. So that was such a sweet mercy for me that zoning was able to help heal that injury quickly and get the pain down fast.
Thanks, Michelle. Foot zoning often relieves pain, just like Michelle said. Whether chronic or acute, zoning seems to either lessen the pain or eliminate it completely. Zoning also helps to increase circulation. This is important because good circulation increases the nutrient supply to the whole body, resulting in faster healing and more energy. In zoning, we trigger all of the signals in the digestive system. This is important because the effective breakdown of our food directly affects our level of energy. Elimination of waste also becomes more effective and regular. Not only do many experience relief from troublesome constipation after a zone, but the body becomes healthier with the more effective discharge of toxins and waste.
This is a huge one for everyone. Our digestive systems are so important and constantly are affecting us. My little girl, when she turned 6 months old, we started giving her solid foods. And I was really conscious about what I was feeding her. We did a lot of easy to digest vegetables and some fruits. And she just plugged up immediately. She stopped pooping. So I worked on zoning her a lot to try and figure out what was going on and how I could help her, how I could get her digestive system moving again. I was able to figure out that the food wasn't bothering her, but the stress of changing from nursing to starting to eat solids had just shut down her digestive system. So she was stressed about eating new food, but the actual food wasn't causing a problem. With that, we were able to help release a lot of emotional stuff that was tied in with it. And because I knew she was having such problems with her gut, I knew that it was important to do some probiotics and other stuff. And I wouldn't have been able to figure all of that extra stuff out without zoning. And then once we got it figured out, it's been great ever since. I mean, every once in a while, we have to work on something because of something she ate or whatever, just like anyone. It's a wonderful tool to have. I'm so grateful for it because it saved us. I don't know what I would have done otherwise.
Thanks for sharing, Michelle. Zoning increases oxygen uptake in the body, and increased oxygen in the cells of the body enables all kinds of benefits, including increased energy, better absorption of nutrients, improved memory, neutralization of harmful toxins, and the displacement of damaging free radicals. Many people experience better sleep after they have been zoned. And this is one thing that I really love zoning for. I always sleep better when I have zoned myself. And lots of times in the middle of the night, if I can't sleep, I'll do a little basic zone on myself and it helps me to fall asleep. So that's another thing I'm really grateful for. Life is much more enjoyable when endocrine glands are functioning properly and each body organ is balanced and communicating effectively with each other. Many women can attest to this and love being zoned to help with menstrual problems and menopausal symptoms in particular. In general, people who are consistently foot zoned feel more balanced and energetic. Their bodily functions activated and toxins released.
This is something that we don't really think a lot about, but we're, like we talked about earlier with chemicals and toxins, we're constantly exposed to them, and it's important to limit our exposure to them as much as we can, but in our world, we just can't get away from them 100%. So it's really a great tool that zoning can really help move those toxins along quickly and get them out of your system. One of my favorite stories of this happening quickly was with my husband. He was actually just my boyfriend at the time. He had been welding some galvanized steel at work, and he got galvanized poisoning. We lived about 30 minutes away from each other at this time, and I convinced him to come visit me after he got off of work because we were supposed to go out on a date. And he was kind of like, oh, I don't feel very good. I'm not really sure what's wrong. And I was like, well, come see me. You need to come see me. My mom can zone you because I hadn't learned it yet. And luckily I convinced him, and he came, and he just got worse and worse and worse. And I called my mom and said, cut your date short. Cameron has serious issues going on. Please come zone him. And he hates his feet touched. Hates it. And he's also a skeptic with everything. So he, kind of saw this as weird stuff. But he was like, I don't care, do whatever, I'll do anything to feel better. He felt so bad. So my mom zoned him, and he recovered quickly. We also did a couple other things afterwards to kind of just like seal the deal, I guess you could say. But the zoning really helped him just get those toxins out of his body fast, and he could not believe how much better he felt afterwards. So to this day, he truly believes in zoning. He still hates his feet touched, though. So if I'm being honest, he won't let me zone him a lot. But if he's really struggling with something, he is quick to be like, okay, just fix it, make it go away.
I love that story. Just another little indication of how we can help each other out in our families. The foot zone practitioner can discern if there are emotional blockages in certain areas of the body contributing to ill health. These can be cleared up to help individuals move forward in life more free from emotional issues. One time we were staying as a family in a condo. My little granddaughter, she'd been asleep, but she woke up just screaming. And no matter what her mom did to try and help her, she just kept screaming. And we were already in bed, and my husband turned over to me and said, is there anything you can do to help her? And the first thing that came to my mind was to just go do a really quick little basic zone on her. And so I went into the room where mom was holding her, and I just reached for her feet and zoned her really quick. And the minute I started zoning the top of her feet, she just calmed down and quit crying. And it was amazing to me how quickly her body responded to whatever was going on, whether it was a nightmare or something that was totally had her upset. But the zoning helped to clear that emotional stuff out of her, and she calmed down and was happy after that. Just another fun little experience of how zoning helped us to clear out some emotional stuff really quick on a baby who obviously couldn't tell us what was wrong, but was very upset. People often experience more energy after a foot zone, and who couldn't use a little more energy to get through the day? It is common to feel more energetic and lively while simultaneously feeling more relaxed and at peace after a foot zoning session. This occurs because zoning stimulates the renewal of life energy in the body systems. Many have found consistent foot zoning to be great preventative health care. Zoning helps people feel centered and grounded. Feeling centered in the heart helps our connection to God or to a higher power, and also helps us be true to ourselves. Being grounded is important in order to be passionate and productive in our responsibilities in life. It is important to note that because every person is different, each person responds differently to foot zone treatments. Even in the same person, each foot zone session may bring different results as a different layer or problem is accessed. Changes may occur quickly or take a long time. Some problems may need to be corrected before others are even made manifest. A change for the better may be very obvious and be noticed immediately after a zone, while others can be quite subtle and may go unnoticed. Regardless of the conscious response, every foot zone treatment, if properly done, makes positive change and benefits the body. Life can be full of surprises. We are exposed to all sorts of things affecting us physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Regular zone treatments can consistently bring us to an awareness of our current state of health and aid in bringing our body and energy systems into healthy balance. As a review, take a minute and name some benefits of foot zoning that you are looking forward to experiencing. Okay, there are many benefits that come from foot zoning. Michelle, would you like to read through this list and share any insights that you might have?
We have an overall sense of well-being, stronger immune response, which is really helpful when you have lots of kids and you're worried about them getting sick all the time. Quicker recovery from injury and relief from pain, increased circulation, better digestion and elimination, increased oxygen uptake, improved sleep, hormone balance, cleansing of toxins, emotional freedom, increased energy, feelings of peace and relaxation. It's a good form of preventative health care and helps you feel centered and grounded.
Thanks, Michelle.